Hey guys, Sean Vlogit here. So today I just wanted to talk to you about worship. Now worship is essential in a musician's life. Worship is essential in a person that serves God. And worship in everyday life is essential for a person. Now, here is the key. For me, it's music. Music is a style of worship. For me, I've always just went up and just played on my keyboard with the team, or I just go on the soundboard and just do my talent. But here's the thing that I've actually starting to figure out, and I really feel that God is working in my heart in this area. Why do we worship? Our bodies are made to worship a holy, living God. We are made to be in the presence of God. We are made in His image. If we are made in His image, we should be made to worship. We are wired to worship God. We are made to worship God. I think worship connects us back to the heart of God, but there's something that we need to do, and that is to simply be put. You cannot enter the presence of God at any given day. You can't just walk up there on stage and just play. You cannot walk up there on stage and just sing. You cannot go onto the soundboard and just do your thing. So here's the thing that I'm always thinking about. How do we become pure, and how do we become clean in how we worship God, so that when people look at us as we help bring the presence of God and help draw you guys near to the Spirit, how do we communicate that? And I really think we have to be, as musicians, we as worshipers, we have to be clean and pure in our minds, our souls, and our hearts, so that we can disappear, let the angels stand there and take our place, so we can commune with God. We can commune with God. One of the things that I remember is this. I remember I was on stage this past week, and what I did was I stood there, I played, and I didn't really think of it at the time, but I felt, and this is what I saw. I saw lights, nothing but lights, and myself on stage. That's it. Nothing else. I was in the center of the stage. And what I did was I held on the keyboard, and guess what? I had no disability. And you know how when you look at, and in movies you see a person glowing or something like that. Now, one of the things is, take that picture, but you can just feel the Holy Spirit flow right through you. I think that's what worship is. I think God has shown me what worship truly is. When I want to worship, I want to worship. I want to become clean when I worship. Before you go into worship, I think you should pray. Before you go into worship, I think you should play. I think you should sing songs of praise, sing songs that bring the Holy Spirit in. If it's Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. If it's Bless the Lord, all my soul, 10,000 reasons. If it's Come let us worship and bow down, let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. Or if it is Come and worship, or Here I am to worship, that's the one. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. One of the things is about worship is taking it to a spiritual level. And when I talk about spiritual level, I am talking about a deep level. One of the things that I've always known and always thought about was why worship at that level. You go to these Hillsong concerts, you see everything up there. I mean, I'm just like, my jaw just drops at the technology. I love technology, guys. But sometimes I think, what are we trying to do as worshipers? Do we try to bring in people off the streets just so they can be a part of worship? And how we worship is by image. Are we worshiping by image, or are we worshiping by the Spirit? When we worship by image, we see ourselves. When we worship by that Spirit, we see a different perspective. And that different perspective is Spirit driven. And that is something that I can even speak for myself. Spirit driven is that everybody has a different perspective about spiritual leading. When you're talking about spiritual leading, that in itself is something on another topic for another day. I just want to thank you guys for today, tonight, and this evening, whatever you guys want to call it, on your time. So yeah. So if you could share this video, if you could comment on this video, if you could like this video, give this a video thumbs up, tell me how I can do on this video. Like I said, I have a disability, so things might come just a little bit slower to me as I give these little spiels, these little things that just come into mind. So guys, I hope that you really take this to heart, because for me, I am beginning to truly understand what worship is. Thank you, and good night.